I'm back at project house number 3 and just going to do a little update walk around. It's currently pouring down rain, but let's go inside. Walking in the front door, upstairs is up there. I'm going to start on the main level here. There's some building supplies, building materials. Basically, this is everything for the bathrooms. Both the upstairs and downstairs bathroom are getting remodeled. There's a sneak peek of what the vanity is going to look like. The whole house is going to be in this, it's kind of like a off-white color. It's tough to see, but a lot of this stuff has come out. New windows in the dining room. Replaced some of this drywall. Mudded it. It's going to need one more coat. I'm waiting to put. I need to get a little bit in there, but I need a support piece in this wall. But I'm waiting so I can do the top coat on all the drywall at the same time. It's only sand once. Coming into the kitchen, right now we still have this big hole, and the only light is right there. So what I think I'm probably going to do is take out this drop ceiling and these wood planks, and then end up just putting in a new drywall ceiling, and that way I'll be able to run electric around more places where I'd like to have it. I think also I'd like to add the fridge will push back all the way back. There's like a recess and it'll sit flush with that cabinet there, so it'll sit back. But I think I'd like to have a little countertop space right here, and what I think I'd like the best would be maybe like a 24-inch here, then the stove, then like a 12-inch cabinet on this side. So there's a little bit of countertop space on both of the stoves. And then I think I'd like to get new kitchen countertops in here and a new sink. Although these aren't too bad, I just don't love the color. And if it's going to have, more cabinets added in here, then I think it would be good to have new countertop. But might end up just keeping these countertops. We'll see once everything else gets done how it's looking. If it's looking all right, might just keep them, refinish this piece to give it a little character, and then leave it like that. And then over this way is into the master bathroom. Well, it comes into the whole master bedroom, and then the master bathroom. Right now it has this paneling, which I don't think is too bad. The only problem in here is with this little tile. It's not sticking in real good, so if I can get that back in sticking in good, I think just painting this will get the job done and be alright. Then obviously it's going to get new toilet, vanity, floor, paint, lighting, electrical, etc. I have went through and I got majority of the electrical outlets in the house, and switches have been replaced. This room here, this is the master bedroom. It's pretty much ready for paint. I've cleaned off the ceilings and walls once. I need to come through and clean them off again, get it super clean, and then this will be ready for paint. And then coming out of here, this would be the 4th bedroom or office, because if it has this door coming into the master and into there, so technically it wouldn't be a bedroom, but if this door is closed off, then this would be a bedroom, because it does have a closet. We found this little hidden closet. It didn't have an actual doorknob. They just had this little screw in here, and you have to get a thin pair of pliers to unscrew this out, because they had this pushed all the way in, holding it closed. So then once we're like, maybe there'd be something good in here, it was just all old crappy clothes, like their coats and stuff. But it's a pretty good sized closet. It's gonna need the drilled out for doorknob obviously, but this could be a 4th bedroom or a little office. There were quite a few places where they had DIY'd and the holes were cut larger than the remodel boxes. So I just added new remodel box in beside, and you can kind of tell how it doesn't really, you could push it straight through. So everything was crooked. So a few places I just cut out new remodel boxes, put them in, so everything will be sitting nice and flush and be good. And then switches, got a lot of those replaced as well. And then in the living room as well, all the electrical switched out. Dining room, upstairs, a lot of it is done. So now let's head upstairs. So upstairs, haven't got a whole lot done. There was wallpaper here that they painted over, so I'm working on removing all this wallpaper. It was kind of wavy. And then I think the stairs will just get a fresh coat of paint on these runners, and then just finish this off, paint it once I get the wallpaper off. Coming up to the bathroom, it is going to get a new floor, tub surround, faucets, toilet, vanity, which the vanity you saw earlier is the one for up here. The tub, it's in pretty good shape. It's just a little bit dirty. So the goal for that is to clean it up and then put this refinisher on it to essentially turn it white. But that's going to be the goal for this bathroom. And hopefully these bathrooms come along pretty quickly. And then coming in here is this would be the first bedroom upstairs. It's pretty good size. I'd say this is an average bedroom size. Has that nice little cubby there with the window. And then it has a couple electrical outlets that they added in on their own circuit. So that one there and the one over here are on their own circuit. So I'm not sure what they needed a dedicated circuit in here to be running, but that's that. And then it has this little closet, and this closet gives you the access to that bathroom vanity for the plumbing. And on this other side where it's not ripped off is the copper. So there's copper for the supply lines running right in there. And then coming this way, you go to the other bedroom, and this bedroom is huge. It's like a two-part bedroom. You got a couple cubby holes for the windows, little closet, ceiling fan. So it's kind of like, this is kind of like the living room for this bedroom, and then another cubby there. And then this is the main part, and all of the flooring that was in here, carpet, is ripped out. Going to work on getting it all cleaned up and then put some type of vinyl planking in here to be pretty maintenance free. I like the carpet, but I think the vinyl plank is just more maintenance free in the future. And then there's another little like closet nook area, and a lot of this paint, I don't think they primed before because it had like big bubbles in it and it would just kind of peel right off. And then we have the homeowner DIY special with all of this drywall repair or try to repair, but there's big gaps. So this is going to need a little bit of basically redone, some work. So there'd be a little drywall work in here, but overall it's not bad. I got the electrical switches changed out in here, and most of the electrical in the house is functioning. I went through and I checked what breaker everything was on, so that's been helpful. So now I'm going to go downstairs and give you guys a look at the basement. I just walk down here, and it's right off the kitchen, so we'll be there in a minute. Headed down to the basement now. Not a lot has been done down here. Got some of the junk out, but looking at this side, it gets a little bit of water in this back corner. So I think it's because the drain outside is clogged, which I'll walk around the outside and I just haven't had a chance to unclog it. But got the panel in there. Still have some more junk to come out here. I got this really bright light over here that does a really good job of lighting it up. So the plan for down here, just get the rest of this stuff out, and then I'm gonna put can lights in the ceiling, probably 2 on each side, and I ran a switch at the top of the stairs that will run it. And then just obviously paint the walls. The ceiling, I think I'm going to spray it all black so it kind of blends in. It is nice. It has a nice newer air conditioner, a Linux unit, and I got that up and running yesterday. So changed the filter out, put that in, so got a nice air conditioner running. And I hope that will help too with some of the moisture in here. But I got that. That's going good. Tested out these this dryer and that washer, and they both work, so that's good. Somebody will probably buy those, get them out of there. I'm guessing they had water down here quite often just by the looks of the bricks, how they had everything sitting up on bricks and stuff, even like the little vanity tubs up on a brick. That will be one of the more urgent things to fix, just to help get a little bit of this water not come in. But it comes in this corner, and outside it looks like it's clogged. So I think once I get that drain opened up, it should help a lot. If not, we might have to dig up the foundation and put a sealer on it. But either way, we'll get it so it stops leaking and is nice and dry. So now let's head back upstairs, and then we'll take a look around the outside. And then at the top of the basement, there is this little, well, this is the kitchen, and then you have the patio here. But I kind of have it blocked off right now, so I'm going to go outside, and I'm going to come from this other way. I'll show you guys the patio and what has got done outside so far. And right here is where it's getting some water in the basement. You can see there's just kind of a big puddle right there. There's a little drain right here, but I believe it to be fully clogged. They've done some work before, so they got little curbs running away from the house, and I think that does help. But where the water's getting in, right back on this corner, I think it's just because the water is piling up there because this drain's clogged. So I'm going to work on trying to get that unclogged, and hopefully that does the trick. It was actually pouring down rain very heavily, so the outside update is going to have to wait. I'm coming out here to show you guys just this back patio. It's got cleaned out a little bit more, but there's still a good bit more to clean. And then coming out this way, gutter's overflowing, and that's the one coming off this, so that's going to need changed. But then I'm going to pop out in the rain a minute and show you these gutters on the outside. A company called 3 Mics Roofing came out, fixed the roof, and did these gutters, but they didn't do them correctly. They're pitched incorrectly, so it doesn't drain to the downspout, and there's no connection on the end there, so that one just goes nowhere. I'll probably just end up redoing it myself in a later video. Well, that is a wrap at Project House number 3, and if it's not raining, maybe one day in the next week or so, I'll come and do a full update of what's been done on the outside so far. But right now, that's what's been done. Thanks for watching.